Why are so many people overwhelmed with clutter? Disorganization is causing shame, suffering, friendships, time, money. People just like you wondering where and how to create an organized lifestyle. This podcast offers expert tips and solutions for your clutter obstacles. My name is Rachel Seavey, and this is the Hoardganize Podcast. Hey, collectors. Welcome to the Hoardganize Podcast. It's your host, Rachel Seavey, and today I am talking about chemicals in the kitchen. And I don't necessarily mean the obvious chemicals in the kitchen, like cleaning supplies, bleach and Lysols and even methods or anything like that. I am talking about chemicals lurking in your cookware. So, this is a podcast where I'm going to break down what's in your food, your kitchen, your lifestyle, and what probably shouldn't be. I'm always encouraging people to let go of items. So, one of the reasons I wanted to do this podcast is because there are a lot of items in the kitchen that you can get rid of with this kind of overhaul. And I'm not encouraging you to go out and buy new things. You might have appropriate items in your kitchen already. So don't start adding things to your Amazon cart until you've listened fully to this podcast and you've pulled out all of your kitchen utensils and cookware and you've done a complete overview of what you have. And you want to think about if you can afford to replace these things. You've got to absolutely get rid of these items before you even replace them. And you have to figure out if you even need to replace them because some of this stuff might be excessive. So take everything, with a grain of salt. This is stuff that I've found on the internet. I've had help from my friend Chat. So we're diving into this big topic. It's something that a lot of people overlook when organizing the kitchen. There's chemicals hiding in our cookware and utensils. Yeah, that spatula or your favorite pan that you've been using forever, it might be sneaking a few unwanted extras into your meals. So go grab a cup of tea in a ceramic mug, preferably, a pen and a paper, and let's get into it. Quick disclaimer, I am getting over a cold and my senior dog is next to me sleeping. So I hope my noise, my uh, congestion and his snoring doesn't bother you. I do apologize. I don't want to wake him up. Okay, so let's get it started. First up, let's talk about non-stick cookware. The ones that are easy to clean and nothing sticks and they're super convenient. Yeah, most of these pans are coated in something called PTFE, better known by the brand name Teflon. Now, here's the deal. While PTFE isn't necessarily dangerous at room temperature, it's when you crank up the heat, and we're talking over 500 degrees Fahrenheit, that it can start to break down and release toxic fumes. And that's just not ideal. And then there's PFOA, which used to be used in the making of nonstick coatings. That's the one that's been linked to all kinds of health issues. The good news, most major brands have phased out PFOA, but it's still worth double checking your pan's label. Pro tip, if your nonstick pan is scratched, collectors, it's time to retire it. Some of them you can't even recycle. Okay, if it's got this nonstick coating on it, it's mixed metals, it's time to just throw it out. And try switching to ceramic coated pans or stainless steel for a safer nonstick option. Next, we'll move on to plastic utensils. And I'm talking about spoons, spatulas. I'm even going to include food storage containers. These can contain chemicals like BPA and phthalates, which are known hormone disruptors. The big problem, when plastic is exposed to heat, those chemicals can leach into your food. especially if you're microwaving leftovers in an old container or you're stirring hot soup with a plastic spoon. Always look for BPA-free labels and try and switch to glass, stainless steel, or even silicone when you can. Next, I'll talk about aluminum and copper. They're pretty, right? But they're tricky. So let's talk metals. Aluminum cookware, especially when undercoated, can leach into food, especially if you're cooking something acidic, like tomato sauce. While research is still ongoing, aluminum exposure over time has been looked at for possible health effects, including neurological concerns. And copper, gorgeous to look at, great for heat conduction, but only if it's lined. Raw copper can leach into food and cause toxicity. Most copper pans these days are lined with stainless steel or tin, which is much safer. Melamine. It's colorful, but be cautious. They're colorful, they're lightweight, they're made of melamine. It's a type of plastic that's popular for its durability. So, what's the catch? If you heat it up, especially in the microwave, as we do, it can release chemicals into your food. So, you want to keep it cool. It's for salads, cold or room temperature food, but it's not for reheating, y'all. Don't reheat in that melamine. I know you're doing it. So, here I'm telling you all the things of what to do. So what should you do instead? Don't panic. You really don't have to throw everything out in your kitchen. It's just if you want to make a safer switch, especially if you're decluttering and reorganizing your kitchen. Here are some solid alternatives. Stainless steel. It's durable, it's non-reactive, and it's great for daily use. Cast iron. Naturally nonstick when it's seasoned, and it even boosts your iron intake. There are different methods on cleaning a cast iron pan. I have been instructed, lectured, you name it, about how to clean a cast iron pan from all of my clients. I tend to not clean their cast iron pans because some people don't clean them. It's a very intimate thing, the cast iron pan. Um, do you feel that same way? Enameled cast iron. So this is like Le Creuset. Think of something like that. It's perfect for soups and stews. Ceramic or ceramic coated pans are a good non-stick alternative. Glass. Glass is something that I just love. I think it's ideal for baking. I love to use it for storage. And recently, and make sure they're chemical free and not treated. I have replaced all of my utensils to either wood, all natural wood, or bamboo. And that feels a little bit better than the old plastic ones I've had forever that were probably leaching stuff into my food. And recently, there was that thing, what was it, maybe like a month or two ago, where there was like some sort of research that was released that said like all of the black colored plastic in your kitchen is made from old electronics. And I even went on Facebook and I'm like, get rid of your stuff. It's disgusting. It's bad for you. And so that's what made me get rid of all of my bamboo stuff. And then all of my black plastic stuff and replace it with a bamboo. But then, like 2 to 3 days later, they said that there was like some sort of mathematical error and the danger wasn't as bad. So, like I said, I mean, obviously it's not good to have hot plastic dripping, stirring into your hot soup. That doesn't sound like it's good. But and that was just a quick guide to, what's actually cooking in your cookware. And it's definitely not about being perfect, but it is about being informed. And swapping just one or two of these items can definitely make a big difference over time. If you found this episode helpful, please go ahead, hit subscribe, share it with a friend. Take a peek into your own kitchen tonight. Who knows? It might be time for a little utensil upgrade. Until next time, collectors, and remember, happiness is a place between too little and too much.
Thank you for listening to the Hoardganize Podcast. Please make sure you're subscribed and join our Hoardganize Podcast Facebook page and get additional tips and challenges.